Hi everybody, Black Rose here. Just wanted to try something new. I am going to try to do a video gameplay of Resident Evil. I am planning on doing the entire series, so I thought I would start at the very beginning with Resident Evil 0. I have played this a few times on my own, but I thought, hey, this might be something fun to do. So let's go kill some zombies.
Resident Evil 0.
Okay. Subtitles are very nice. Okay.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City, a solitary island.
I still can't believe that they actually let it leak in a few shorts I've seen on TikTok that Dante actually comes to Raccoon City after the events of Resident Evil 1, which is hilarious. Which there are parts of Resident Evil where I wish Dante would have met up with the Resident Evil crew, because that would have made fighting Nemesis a lot easier.
And how was the T-virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
Woohoo, Resident Evil on a train. Where could this go wrong? That guy looks ugly. And there's the boss for this game. I've taken the notion of calling him Siren, because it has the ability to sing and it summons those weird slug looking things. So that's what I'm calling him. I'm sure Resident Evil calls him something else, but that's what I'm choosing to call him.
It began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. Never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
At least in this one, we don't have to worry about Nemesis going, I need stars people to kill. Because if he was on here as well as this guy, I would be pulling my hair out.
What happened?
Court order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Cullen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoner is to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone. Let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
And how ironic is it that he is the one we end up needing to get through the game? For those who don't know, RE0 can be a multiplayer game, but you have to get at least to the train and find your quote-unquote partner, and then the game can really begin with 2-player. But it is playable with one. You just gotta switch between the two characters a lot, especially when one gets stuck in a part of the train that you need another person to go find something else for. And she's doing the Resident Evil #1 bad idea. Go into an ominous looking area to look for something. When it comes to Resident Evil, you don't want to go into a creepy situation not knowing what you're walking into. But I digress. That's Resident Evil. So, you're playing as a military officer named Rebecca. And for those who are not as familiar with the Resident Evil series as me, the shooting on this game is not always the best. And basically, what herbs and ammo you find is very extremely scarce. So if you find it, grab it, snag it, combine it, and keep a hold of it as best you can. There is sometimes ways to expand your storage unit for holding items, but I digress. Resident Evil is definitely a hardcore survival game where it is low key enough to where you can enjoy the main storyline, but it also is very intense and it gets very graphic. So I am going to make sure this is set for age appropriate viewers just because this game does get graphic and it does get scary. So let's go see if we can figure out where anybody is. Of course, locked door. So in Resident Evil, there are a lot of locked doors and a lot of side stuff you gotta do. So for this one, we basically gotta find a key, which we will find later. But first, we gotta go this way to figure out if we can find our lovely prisoner that we read about earlier with our team. Because he is essential for this part in the game.
This is Officer Chambers for Stars Bravo Team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
And let the zombie fighting begin. And there's 2 more. Whoop. Okay.
What just happened? I thought they were dead.
It's called zombies. Get over it. So with Resident Evil, when it comes to zombies, you gotta be careful because every game is different. And with these zombies, if you can see the pool of blood under them, that's usually a good sign that they're down for good. But still be cautious because they can spring back up when you're not expecting it. So they often make a noise that goes like "ugh," just to validate they are down for good, which is always good because you do not want to get snagged by these things because once they grab you, they numb on your neck trying to kill your character, and if you don't have any first aid at all on you, you're pretty much screwed until you find something. The other rule I've learned over the years with Resident Evil is to definitely explore everything. Leave no area unexplored because you never know what you're going to find. So let's go up these stairs and see what we find. And I love how they've changed the graphics for these to where it's not as annoying to watch people going up and down the stairs. And we are in luck. This little green beauty here is a green herb, which in Resident Evil is your best friend. Green herbs and red herbs can be combined to make a stronger healing medicine. You can combine 2 green herbs to get even more powerful healing medicine that way as well. And in this game, the person we're playing as currently is the one who mixes the herbs. So definitely grab it, because we will definitely need it later. So back here where I ran briefly is a blocked area of these evil looking slugs. Right now there's nothing we can do with them, so yeah, they're just there as a barrier. I've tried shooting them. Doesn't do it any good except waste ammo that we are very scarce with, so I'm not going to bother and go back downstairs. So this is the stage where we... Oh, I hear zombies. There we go. Nope. Ah. Sorry about that. Press the wrong button. Sometimes with Resident Evil, you need to back up to take care of a zombie just to make sure you don't get snagged. I do sometimes get a little anxious in these fighting scenes and press wrong buttons like I did a little bit ago, so bear with me. We cannot get off this train other than going through car to car. I have not gotten to the point to where we actually get off the train, because I believe the train eventually takes us to the mansion where we start with Resident Evil 1. But right now, we're just focused on the train. Okay, broken glass. Lovely. Yeah, it's raining. We get it. Okay, so this is a hallway that sometimes, depending on what's going on, you can sometimes get a zombie dog attack, which those are never fun. Like I said, check every room. You never know what you're going to find. If the door is locked, you just basically got to look around until you find a key. And I found a bathroom. Yep, I found a bedroom. Ooh, handgun ammo. Like I said, finding ammo is very hard, so grab what you can find. This is a flat... Oh, first aid spray. Okay, first aid spray is a definite need in Resident Evil, but I always try to save it for like last ditch effort. So if I have no herbs on me at all, because you can use just a single green herb to heal yourself, I use this if like I'm about to die and I have nothing else to use. And I see a shiny. Come here. Oh, a diary. Let's see. July 14th. Orders come from the boss today. Looks like we're in charge of investigating the remains of the Arklay Mountains laboratory. We're moving in 2 groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned experiment. July 16th. Unfortunately, the test production of BOW type Y139 has to be suspended because of this investigation. I have a feeling that's what Mr. Siren is the experiment, because those who don't know the lore behind Resident Evil, the Umbrella Corporation is behind the entirety of what's going on in Resident Evil. They made the T-virus and they set it up to where it got loose, and now they're basically trying to cover it up. It's the same with type Y139. There's still so much we don't know about responses to the T virus. There's a lot of interesting research left. And I'm not saying what the word is in front of the T virus because I cannot pronounce that without slaughtering it. It's basically a journal of them saying, hey, we did an experiment in this laboratory. We're under orders of the Umbrella Corporation, which during this segment, Albert is not the head of it, but he will be by the end of RE2. Yeah. Yeah, this is just basically a journal talking about, hey, this is what's happening. And sorry if I scroll through that a little fast, but it's just a bunch of whatnot stuff. Ew. It said his body was covered in slime. That's gross. Okay, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, let's get out of here. Finely tailored suit. Okay, I did not know I could search a suit. Okay. Alright, let's see. This should be the safe room. There are rooms throughout the train and the manor where you can come in to save your progress, which I highly recommend you do. Just because Resident Evil can get very interesting very fast. This is the ink ribbon, which is what we would normally need to save the progress. But they have remastered these to where you can just save the game without needing the ink ribbon. But I just kind of wanted to show you what the ink ribbon looks like. But this is usually how you would save the game for Resident Evil 0 and 1. So it looks like we're doing pretty good with equipment. We got an extra handgun, which is good. I am just going to leave the ink ribbon there because I don't need it. Oh, I guess we do need it. Okay, so I'll grab that here in a second. Grabbing handgun ammo. Handgun ammo is very good. There's another note. Investigation orders. It's stained with blood. Woohoo! 8 miles north of Raccoon City in Arklay Mountains lies a company's management training facility. It was shut down years ago. Now we are conducting a preliminary study into the reopening of the facilities. So basically now we're talking about the manor, where all this technically started, but again, I digress. I won't give you guys too many spoilers. First investigation unit is already on site and opening the investigation. I want your team to provide support. Following orders are the following orders read William M. Bark, and I have no idea. Some of this I can kind of guess what it says, others I can't. I will try to read these off and on. This is my first playthrough, so if you like me reading the notes, let me know. If you want me to not, then we're good. Okay, green herb, awesome. So let's do, so I just press the X and that opens our inventory. So we can combine this with the green herb. That opens up a couple more spots for our inventory, because right now, like I said, we can run out of room pretty fast. Once we get the partner unlocked, he can carry some items for us if we want him to. I try to keep enough ammo in stock so that way both of us have ammo, because our partner does use a gun as well. But I believe for the initial first save, you need the ink ribbon. After that, you're good, because I haven't found any other ink ribbons throughout the train. But like I said, save your progress as often as you can, when you can. I have played this a few times, so we'll just overwrite this, because I'd rather play through with you guys. And it's just, the O1 is just saying how many times you saved. So the next one should be O2, O3, O4, so on and so forth. Okay. Now we just go this way. And I'm being cautious because in Resident Evil, if you go flying around corners, you never know what you're going to find. This is another hallway where you'll either run into zombies or zombie dogs, which those are basically really big Dobermans. And if your timing is even slightly off, you're pretty much done. So this should be the conductor's room, and you need a key for it. Yep, it's the conductor's office. Awesome. So this part here is where it gets a little weird. So this door is where we ultimately end up to get on top of the train, but we need a special key card to do it, which our lovely friend over here seems to have. Oh yay, we get a key to the locked door. Yes, take the key. And there's our buddy.
Billy. Lieutenant Cohen.
So, you seem to know me. Been fantasizing about me, have you?
You were the prisoner that was being transferred for execution. You were with those soldiers outside.
Oh, I see. You're with stars. Well, no offense, honey, but your kind doesn't seem to want me around. So, I'm afraid our little chat time is over.
Wait! You're under arrest.
No thanks, Dollface. I've already worn handcuffs.
I could shoot, you know.
I'll be back. And there we go.
Edward! Are you alright? What happened?
Worse than we can't. You must be careful, Rebecca. The forest is full of zombies, monsters.
Zombies and monsters.
And cue the zombie dog. Like I said, you never know with Resident Evil. Okay, are we good? Oh, found another one. Ah, get off of me. Okay, so that was a good example of being careful with a zombie dog. I did get bit, but hopefully we're good. Yep, it looks like we're good. And I'm going to reload my gun real quick, because reloading does take some time. So now we're kind of looking at the corpse of our now dead friend, which is sad because in Resident Evil you like to have all the help you can get, but unfortunately with this game you lose people fast. So with that said, let's see if we can figure out where Billy went, but first, like I said, I am going to make sure I save, just because this game, you never know. You really never know. Oh, come on. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so we've got a train key, which will probably unlock that one door that was locked before, and we will have a different key later to unlock the conductor's office. So let's go unlock the one door and see how many zombies we run into. And like I said, we do eventually have to meet Billy, because we do need him for the progression of the story. Where he goes, I do not know throughout this entire segment until we run into him again.
This is Rebecca. Over. Enrico! Hello! Can you read me? Please respond. Enrico! Captain! Hello? Hello?
And there goes Resident Evil rule number 3. You cannot communicate with anybody for anything. It's annoying as heck. Because it's like, you want to believe that, whoop, found a zombie. Excuse me. Ah. Are you down? Okay, I think he's good. Alright. I wasted a couple of extra bullets there, but I would rather make sure he's down. Yay! Okay, so there are parts where you only need an item for a small period of time or for one single use. If you don't need it anymore, discard it, because you need all the room you can get. Now we can continue on. Doo-doo-doo. And we should be running into Billy again here in a few minutes. Oh, speaking of which.
Dangerous from here on in. Why don't we cooperate?
Cooperate with you?
Listen,
I like her sass.
I've noticed there's some pretty freaked out things on this train, and I, for one, want to get out of here. I don't think we stand a chance doing it alone.
You expect me to trust you, a wanted felon? I don't need your help. I can handle this on my own. And don't call me little girl.
All right, Miss Do-It-Yourself. What should I call you?
The name is Rebecca Chambers, but that's Officer Chambers to you.
Well then, Rebecca, why don't you go and try while I wait here?
So basically, Billy is being, well, stubborn. So he's going to block our way so we can't go back for now. Notice the supervisors. When closing the dining car, supervisors are asked to switch off the automatic doors after ensuring all staff have vacated the car. The main automatic door power switch is located on the roof of the 5th car. Inspections will take place when the train is garaged. After inspections are complete, use the ladder at the rear of the 2nd floor of the dining car. Umbrella Corporation Maintenance Department. So basically what that is telling us is the pain in the butt we're going to have to deal with. So the room they're talking about is this. So there is no easy way to get in here without getting onto the roof to gain access, which is what we need our door block here for. And yes, I am going to call him a door block for now. We will be back, Billy, but first, apparently I need to go up here and see if I get the living crap scared out of me again. Because up here we find, of course, more zombies, and for whatever reason this part of the train is on fire. Take the handgun ammo, and this door is going to be locked. Yep. It's locked from the other side, which we will eventually get that unlocked later. So this is the part where we get a really cool movie scene, so I will not talk through this part so you guys can at least enjoy the cutscene.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Are you okay? Who is that guy?
And the train is moving.
Who's controlling the train?
Go and check out the first engine car. Listen, we've got to cooperate with each other from now on. Got that?
Well, I don't.
Clue in, girl. Or maybe you like being work bait.
All right. But you just remember, I will shoot you if you try anything funny.
Fine. Now take these with you.
Ooh, handgun ammo.
If you find anything, give me a call. All right?
And that little song is exactly why I call that guy Siren. Creepy. So this is pretty much how you get instructions for how to either play multiplayer or switch between them as you're playing on your own. And it says you can switch control between the two lead characters, Rebecca and Billy. Use their different abilities to progress through the game. The character you currently control is called the main character, and the other one is your partner. No duh. So the partner character generally moves independently, but you can use RS to control them yourself. So basically use the right stick to control him if you want. You don't generally have to. Selecting partner on the status screen allows you to assign instructions to the character. Solo, both characters move independently. Team partner follows the main character. So the partner pretty much, when they're attacked, they just cover your back, which is always very helpful. Idle is more when you just want them to stand around while you go and check out a room that hopefully you don't end up needing your partner for. And then it also tells you how you can switch between solo and team behavior. You press Y to swap between Rebecca and Billy. And it says right here you need to switch between them to continue the storyline. You can exchange items when the partner character is nearby. You can do it through the status screen and do, hey, I want to give you this. So, like, say you have something in your item that you don't need at the moment, but you want to make sure you still have it for later. You can always hand it off to the partner character for the time being and always get it back later when you regroup. And this is where it tells you what the character attributes are. Like I said, Rebecca is our healer, so she combines herbs, and her defense is not the best. She's good at combining chemicals. Whoops. Billy has the attributes of, he is very strong in offense and he can push large objects. But unfortunately, while yes, he can grab herbs if you find any while you're playing as him, he cannot combine them. You need to grab them and at least hang on to them until you regroup with Rebecca. Unless your storage is almost full, then just make a mental note of where you left them and come back and get them later as Rebecca and then do the combination thing. If the character you're playing as dies, the other character automatically dies as well. But you also have to keep an eye on your partner character because they can die on you if you're not careful. So that is usually where I struggle the most with these kind of games, is trying to keep both characters in the green. But I'm going to try my best to keep an eye on both just because I never know what state they're in. When the characters are not together, usually you don't have to worry too much about their health conditions, but definitely when you regroup, just take a quick peek using the X just to see where they're at health-wise. But generally, the game is nice enough to where they don't usually attack the non-playing character at the moment. They usually leave it alone until you're together, and then it's all-out war on both of you. So there's always that. If your partner is in a different room and happens to be attacked, they will call over the radio. Your job as the main character is to get there as fast as you can and try to help. And this is where they say, hey, if you're stuck, use your partner. Or you can just go online and find a kind of a little cheat sheet walkthrough as to, like, okay, what do we do now? Okay, come on, Billy. We're going downstairs. Okay, first I'm going to see you're on an attack, your team. Okay, so you've got some hand ammo. I'm going to give you... Yeah, I'm going to give Billy the first aid spray just in case. Because right now we're both good in terms of health. But I'm going to make sure he stays in the green. And if the partner character gets hurt, if he's got a... use it, he will. So I usually try to give him the double herbs or give him the first aid spray. But with Rebecca being our primary herb mixer, I usually try to give Billy either the first aid spray, or you can have up to 3 green herbs combined, or 3 different herbs combined at once. That's the max you can do. So if we're up to 3 max on something, I usually give that to Billy, just so that way he's covered. Because you really don't want to lose your partner character throughout the game, because they are very essential. Okay, let's see. Oop. Sometimes I can hear, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we can sometimes hear when zombies are close by, and you can try to shoot them down. I don't always recommend it, just because you don't know how far or how close they are. But you definitely want to take them down as fast as you can. I'm going to hop in here and save again. In Resident Evil, you can never save too many times. Awesome. So, this is technically our safe zone. So, those who don't know Resident Evil, when you find a room with a typewriter, that is the safest room in the part you're playing. Because no matter what's going on, keep an eye on this guy, because he's going to change at some point because he's gotten bit. Anyway, as you go, things happen. Oh, still locked. Oopsie. So our goal now is to gain access to outside of this cabin. Wait, where are you going, Billy? Sometimes our partner character, when they're just set on, hey, we're a team here, they sometimes wander off to look for something. Sometimes they find the item you're looking for, like the key to the conductor's room or whatever you're looking for, but mostly it's up to your character to find it. Sometimes I like to search these seats just because sometimes you can find items, but for the most part, they're usually not a big deal. Okay, and we're back up here. Can't do anything here. Sorry, Billy. Forgot this is a dead end. Like I said, I've played this game before, but I still fall for the whole, I can probably go this way. Oh wait, never mind, this is a dead end. Let's see. We're trying to find a key to the conductor's office, or find a pass key for the security thing at the end, because we cannot open that door without the security badge. And this one, just for kicks and giggles, yeah, it's locked. Excuse me, Billy. Let's go up here. Now, usually we don't get attacked up here again, but I just want to give it a good once over again, just because it's hard to remember anything. Oh, Here's the ladder to the roof. Alright, guys, time to get wet. Okay. So this is the part where who you're playing as gets to go. I believe I can fly down a hole because you're trying to get this taken care of. You can go around the hole, but you're going to have to be careful. And of course, this is a dumb idea, but we got that unlocked. And there we go. And now we're stuck in the room. So this is the part where I tend to get a little annoyed. Because now we get to play the whole, we gotta bounce between characters. Okay, let's see. So we got handgun ammo. Yes. Handgun ammo, yes. Okay. And we got first aid. Oh, train key. That is probably for the conductor's room. And we have first aid spray. Lots of fun items. So this is a old school dumbwaiter. So I already know that I'm going to have to switch to Billy, and he's going to need the key. And I am not going to press the button just because I got to swap. Okay. Let's see. He is close, so I'm going to give you... Oh, he's not close enough. Never mind. Alright, time to play Bounce Between the Characters. Alright, so now I am playing as Billy. So now my job is to try to get my partner out of that room. And keep in mind, we're doing this in the middle of a raging thunderstorm on a moving train that is being controlled by we don't know what. So first, let's get off the top of the train before something happens. Okay, so we're back in the room where we fought Mr. Ooey Gooey. And that's the door I believe we unlock later. Can't really remember how off the top of my head, but we will figure this out. Okay, let's go into the now open room. And we are in the kitchen. Okay, so that one's locked. There's an access panel. Okay, fridge. Nothing of use. Nothing of use, so now we can call the lift. And there's the key. Alright. So now we get to go play. Whoops. It's so disorienting when they do that. Now we get to go play, figure out where this key goes. I believe it's to the conductor's office, but I'm not 100% sure. But my goal is to try to figure out where the key goes, and more importantly, find an ice pick, which I don't remember where we pick him up. It's not there. It's not up there, because that leads to the dead end. Okay, it is eerily quiet. That is never a good sign in Resident Evil. When it's that eerily quiet of zombies, it either means A, we're doing our job well, which is awesome, but it also means something's going to be happening soon, probably. So, on the off chance I'm right, I'm going to go ahead and save. Ah, right. I need the ink ribbon, which Rebecca has. So, hopefully, nothing happens. If it does, we'll figure it out. Okay, I went the wrong way. It is very easy to get lost in this game. Again, we're keeping an eye on our friend here because he will be turning at some point. So this should be the conductor's room. Yay! And just toss the key because we no longer need it. And we found some herbs. Ooh, train map. Train map is friend. So we're there. So you can see where we have explored and where we haven't yet explored. So it looks like there's another locked room, which is in the kitchen area where we were, that leads to a third car, which may or may not lead to where we need to go next. And then, of course, there's the front. The downside of Resident Evil, there's always so much to do and a little time to do it. But at least we get a train map, so that makes our lives 10 times easier. So this is a red herb. Red herbs you can use to boost a green herb healing potential, or you can use it for anything else. So, like I said, usually I don't take them because he only has so much storage room. So, I may have to put down the herbs. So this is what is unfortunate about him not being able to combine. Yeah, he doesn't combine anything. So that's kind of crappy. So we'll go ahead and leave at least the red herb here, just because right now we don't really need it. The green will keep just as a failsafe because you can never have too many items, healing items on you. I mean, you can, but let's use you. Whoops. Okay, we want to take the briefcase. And now we want to examine it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it needs something to unlock it. So now we've got a briefcase that we can't open. That's just lovely. Now from conductor. The key card for the driver's compartment is in my bag as always. But I need the other guy's key too to open the damn thing. Okay. But it looks like I've lost it somewhere. If it was a normal key, someone would sure turn it in, but this key is different. I'll look for it too, but if you happen to find it, please hand it in. Thanks in advance. So basically, we need to find a very unique key. Okay, there's nothing else in there. Okay, let's flip the switch, see what happens. Okay. And up the ladder we go. Let's see if we find our key up here. Ooh, I love this room. Not. Whoops. I do that a lot too, guys, so bear with me. Okay. I did not mean to go down here, so back up the ladder we go. So this round we should be good. They'll roar at us and say, hey, there could be a boss fight here, and this is where we fight a really creepy looking zombie scorpion. So I am hoping I can get through this section without fighting it, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to in order to get to where I can get my partner character out. So let's see. How am I on ammo? I am not the best. He has a lighter on him. Why does he have a lighter on him? Oh well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, so this is where we get the lovely scene where we get potentially attacked by the scorpion, maybe. Or not. Okay, it's just the warning growl. That works. But the next time we go down the ladder and come back up and go through that area, we will run into it again. And there's the ice pick that we need. Oh, there's just more of these things. Okay. I thought I had a zombie. Sorry. Wasted that bullet. But with Resident Evil, you can never be too careful. Ooh, handgun ammo. And we do have a first aid spray, but I am not actually... Ooh, shotgun. Ah, you need 2 deals to carry it. What's this? Ooh, ink ribbon. Okay, let's see. Can I get out of this? Okay, that's why I need the ice pick. So, never mind. Back to Billy we go. Okay, there's shotgun and shotgun ammo. I'm not going to combine that. I know Billy's fine, but I'm going to go ahead. I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm going to go ahead and use the herb, even though he's fine. So that way I can try to pick up that ice pick in the hallway. The rest of this stuff we'll just have to come back and get later, because the shotgun will be handy later. But right now, what I need is this ice pick. That will at least get me Rebecca back, which will help, because then we'll have double item storage, double everything. And plus it'll be good to have some backup. And there we go. Damn. I forget, we're actually required to fight this thing as Billy on our own. I hate this thing. Hi, Scorpion. Okay. Ow. I think I got him. No, he's still coming. Is he dead now? Okay, we're good. Ugly thing. Well, thanks for destroying the dining car. Ooh, what's this? Okay, that'll be handy later. We'll come back and get that. They'll be used to get that one thing open that's in the kitchen. But like I said, first things first, we gotta go get Rebecca. Okay, let's just go back memory lane. You do a lot of backtracking in Resident Evil, unfortunately. I couldn't tell you how many times throughout all the Resident Evils you do a lot of backtracking. This one's worse just because right now we're stuck on the train and you gotta do everything. And there you go. And send it back to Rebecca. And then we'll leave him there. And we will get the ice pick from the waiter. Yay. Okay. There we go. Oh, flaming zombie, flaming zombie. Anybody else? Are we good? Okay. Flaming zombies, that's a new one. Now we gotta go get our partner. She should be right around here.
Follow me.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, so let's do some exchanging first. Because I know Billy's got a lot on him. So does Rebecca. So let's go ahead and get you. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I did not want to take your gun. Okay. I think we're both good for the time being. We will figure out the briefcase later. For now, come on, Billy. Let's go to the save room and we will call it there. Come on, Billy. What? Ah, Billy, you're in my way. Okay, switching characters mid-battle isn't always the best idea, but when your partner character does what Billy does and get in your way, it's nice to swap it just so that way it's like, okay, you're the character that's not in the way. And I know it looked like I just shot Rebecca in the head, but in Resident Evil, luckily you cannot shoot your partner so far, which is good to know. Alright, come on, Rebecca, we're gonna go save, and we'll call it a night there. Right. Ah. Billy, move. Thank you. Alright. Awesome. So, we did cover a lot of ground today, which is awesome. There's still a lot more to do. Resident Evil is a really big game, and there's a lot to do. So, I will share more with you on the next round, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!